And we're checking out Bistro de Quan. The passing show is just a little bit of who, what, when, and where. Here in Washington, D.C., a little primary documentation. Potentially for historians of the future. Pineapple on pizza, I tell you what, that's a crime. Fail. Valero has moved. And this little place is just opened. Seems to be a tiny little convenience store. A little shoot of a place. I don't think it's going to get a lot of business from me. Bombeca's Cafe, now open for dinner. And you got Rose Marino d'Italia. I'm going to take a bit of the road less traveled on my way to make a big loop around my neighborhood. Hi, baby piercings, Friday into Sundays. Going to tell you. And we've got another nail salon here. There are many. Across the street, you can see the nail spa too. This one, busy enough. Folks at Dolcezza. Stopped in there last night on my way home and got myself some gelato. Devoured it. Probably wasn't the best thing for me, all in all. But it is what it is. Or it is what it appears to be. Correct myself to say that I only know how things seem. I don't really know for sure that any of it's real. And soon enough, I'll be able to take this and bash it up with AI and make it into anything you can imagine. Swinging around. LW Transportation at Charter Services. MillerandWalker.com have this place up for lease. Was Cove, a co-working space. And I don't know how effective that was, but stopped business. There's places like WeWork about as well. Co-working spaces for entrepreneurs. Places where you can focus, without distractions of home. Takes discipline to work from home. Takes discipline to work. But everything is part of the work. Everything's interwoven. One thing impacts the other. And who do we have today? Well, Jay's joined from Ohio, right? Or is this somewhere out there? SD. And the Human Code Project is joined. Welcome. I don't know if you've sent me a date yet and a time to come on to Harrowing's podcast yet, Human Code Project. But be more than happy to have you on. We talk about what lights us up inside generally. Could even bring you in live right now if you were interested. But you got to let me know. It's just like the old Clash song goes. And so it goes. Getting some pretty fall colors on the trees here. Walking through the tree and the leaves falling from the trees. Feel like a stranger. Nobody sees. So many things they never can undo. I know you're sorry. I'm sorry to. Well, I'm not really sorry about anything. I'm not sorry about nothing I've done. I'm glad we fought. I only wish we'd won. That was an old Bob Dylan line as well as the tune I was warbling badly, or just warbling. And since I'm putting a value judgment on it, I decided I'd take Q Street across. Yeah, might even make it all the way across. Yeah, probably will. Nothing coming on my daily provisions, which has become my go-to for breakfast of late, including this morning. Can see the moon through the trees there, through the clouds. Just always nice to see the moon and consider that we sent a dozen of us to tromp around up there. Few of them still alive. Buzz Aldrin just lost his wife recently. He was the second man to set foot on it. I think Harrison Schmidt's still around too. He was one of the last. Gene Cernan got on the limb after Schmidt reboarded, so two of them up at Apollo 17. And now the moon's sort of behind the cloud, a little obscured. Let's see, I'm on 19th Street. My aim is to go up 18th off of Q. So that's what I'll do. Looks like that car's going to stop. This one's going to just roll through. See a lot of change as the passing show has gone on. I've been doing this on Facebook Live for years and then switched over to Substack because it pushes it out on several different platforms automatically for me, makes little clips. I like to remind folks that we are all in the passing show. See, Harriet's joined too. Harriet was my guest on the Harrowings podcast not too long back. It was lovely to have a conversation with her. And if you ever want to come back, Harriet, you'd be more than welcome. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Appreciate that. Yolanda D is joined. Hi, Harriet. And, if folks want to let me know where you're listening from, that would be interesting. Talk amongst yourselves. Decide whether you think this is a waste of my time or not. I don't think it is. I'm going to be walking anyway, so I might as well have you all along to see what's to be seen on the passing show and who's to be seen as well. I even hear some passing conversation. And it on it goes. Imperial House across the way. This is a part of the Argentinian embassy. The embassy itself, I think, the chancery. Across the way, there was a national headquarters of Democratic women, I think, or women in Democratic, I forget. And anyway, it's behind me, and they were rehabbing that recently. French Bulldog across the way. And we continue walking. It's a unique environment, elegant office space here for lease, I suppose, by Beta Kappa headquarters. And next to it, a former embassy, I think. Yeah, this was the Republic of Zimbabwe's chancery. Their flag is not flying there, so I'm wondering if Zimbabwe is not currently represented. Flag across the street's flying. I forget which embassy that is. It's hard to keep track. This was or is also Embassy of Montenegro. The Montenegrin flag is flying. It's a little run down. This is 18th Street. I'm just going to turn up here, go in this direction. The headquarters of the Eastern Star, across the way in that little triangular section between New Hampshire and 18th Street.
Hey, you're giving?
Corcoran at DuPont Hat Circle. It was nice to see that I crested over 664 subscribers today to Heroines. Nice to have all of y'all on board. Yolanda's in Los Angeles. Good to have you. Huntsville, Alabama, Lee. Good to have you as well. Connecticut, Port Harriet. I didn't know that. Or if I did, I forgot. And otherwise, people are pretty quiet. So, hello, everyone. LA. I just love the idea of California. And it's never been there. Check that out. Harley Davidson's heavily modified and high volume. They'll be out of range soon. Or sooner than later. More than a few folks decided to take that in. Or the passing show, eh? And on it goes. This is the German Marshall Fund of the United States. You know, the Marshall Fund and the Marshall Program generally really made a huge difference after World War II in terms of rebuilding Europe. It's astonishing how much volume those guys are putting out on their modified Harleys. That's quieting down now a little bit as they roll on up to Adams Morgan.
Right.
Love that spray of vine on the side of this house. It's kind of gorgeous. Probably not very good for the bricks, but nice to see. We're at Riggs and 18th Street, Northwest in Washington, D.C., continuing the walk. I was going to say something about L.A., but, don't know what else to say besides I love L.A., right? Randy Newman. Checking out the Waterford apartment building. Roses framing its doorway. Entrance in there. The Hampton next door. Across the street. It's more of the stately residences that can be found in D.C. Well, most of them broken up into individual apartments anymore. But some of them still individual residences. Crossing my home street, S. I'm 3 blocks over from gas station. Oh, look at the leaves changing on the crepe myrtles there. And maples and gums and I don't know what all. I think this is actually a linden or plane tree. It's like getting that deep purple color. Little bits and pieces. It's like somebody's got one of those No Kings banner up there and released the Epstein files next to it in the alleyway. The 10/18/25 No Kings thing is in the rearview mirror. I think we need to do more, be more effective. We're now at day 33 or 32. I think 33 of the government shutdown. And no end in sight. Cote de Chesfon. This building has some interesting bas reliefs on it. Crossaway Bar Charlie. Dinner, brunch, cocktails. L'Oreal Plaza. City Dogs. Goodbye. I know that. Goodbye. My goodness. So getting a little bit of who, what, when, and where. A lot of younger folks out here. A lot of older folks too, though. Here at Larry's Lounge. People have very similar Scott. Fly me like that high, dude. I think you gave me a free it's one of my tea. All right. I'll go on down there to 14th. I'll run into it. St. X's. It's the Museum of the Palestinian People. April 11th to November 2nd, they had Gaza remains the story. Guess it is ended as of today. So I believe it's November 2nd. Chocolate House, Regent, Tyra Schlott, Blondie Spa and Hair Studio. Up there, Bombay Street Foods. Orbit. DC appears to be closed up. Maybe because it's Sunday, maybe because it's closed up. That was National Hip Hop Shop, DC, as well as the weed store. I closed up a lot of those pretty quietly, but nevertheless, so it was. Got another, oh, it's the same guys in there. Souped up Harleys, turning onto U Street, alongside the bus. Extended bus there. Guess they've entertained all of Adams Morgan now. We saw two of them. They leave one of their buddies. Maybe he was screened behind the bus. I don't know. I don't really care. But, it's one of the passing shows, events, sort of calls attention to itself across here. And I'll be crossing again to go up this side. Airplane mode. What do we owe strangers? Is fulfillment at the cost of stability worth it? Should we organize our lives around love? How much freedom should we give up? For relationships. Sometime today between 1 and 4, the National Cathedral said skip the pleasantries with the airplane mode, a movement to bring young people back to third spaces. Center for Rising Generations. Well, that's interesting. I love reading things as I pass along. You can learn a lot just by looking. Center for Rising Generations of the Aspen Institute. Look into that. Aspen Institute. Across the way, we've got Lucky Buns next to her diner, formerly the Duplex Diner. They're wishing happy Porch Fest. Stop by for a drink and a bite. Cake room, chicken paradise. There's some singing going on. I was interested to see what's happening. Jack Rose. Looks like the door is open. The saloon. If you're looking for whiskey, this is the place to find it. I try to walk a lot of miles. Yolanda, thanks for noticing. Good to have Sophia Bar, Edgar, and Relonks joining. It's a pretty good turnout. 9 of us, besides me. I'm trying to get in somewhere around 10,000 steps a day. I often don't make it, but today I might. Main thing I'm doing today is taking a sort of a big loop to document the passing show and stop in my friend Ty's shop, see if he's around at Tiny Vinyl. Folks playing tennis. You know, I guess the main thing I'm thinking is how life it goes on in spite of the kinds of terror that pour in from our mainstream media. This is immediate media, with the who, what, when, and where of Washington, D.C. for all to see. I'm so glad we done with that school. I took a hiatus. I was in the Good. Good. Woof. Into the net. That's good. Good. And good. Under the net. You know what? Practice makes perfect, right? Had a cousin who was going to overtake Jimmy Connors. I was so proud of them. And should be. I can't believe how bad I am about calling people. But I don't know. Could be my sister's worse. I don't know. She's probably better. I love the diversity of DC too. That people can come and go as they please. Not a whole lot of drama. Believe it or not, you'd think there was drama here all the time, but there really is just this pleasant little area with a lot of retail space released. Across the way, a bottle shop up to the corner. There were businesses there. They shut down. One hopes that those who are involved are on their feet. We're all trying as best we can. And we can be the change we want to see in the world, you know. One of the things I think that is maybe escaping people on Substack is just how easy it is to support other writers by doing a simple paid subscription. And that supports the platform as well, helps it grow. And on it goes. Could be that a lot of folks feel it's just a place to read, not a place to actually do much more than that. But so it goes. It's actually a place to transform the economy, in my view, in a very concrete way. We creators own our work, and in so doing, we become the media. There were posters all over Union Station recently that the media is not dead, it's just on Substack. I think there's a lot of truth to that. All right. So, love to hear your thoughts on it. If anybody feels like they want to come on live with me, they can. Had Lori Cardilla come on with me live not too long back. She was the star of Day of the Dead, the third in the Night of the Living Dead trilogy by George Romero. And a friend of mine who I didn't talk to for a long time, and then I talked to her on the phone with Saturday after the Thursday that she was on right about here, talking about her dad and Chiller Theater that her dad hosted in Pittsburgh for many years. Quite a fixture there for people in Western Pennsylvania. And, going back into the days of live TV. Lori herself trained as an actress at Carnegie Mellon University, where her daughter as well, Kate Rogel, studied as an actress in her own right. These days, her son, our grandson, Noah, to round out that family, and her husband, James. And, it's just great to catch up. So that was nice. We're turning over to look at the police activity. They're probably just checking out one of the night spots or something, making sure that everybody's okay. Doubt if there's any big drama there. Just letting us all know he's here. If you want it, you can probably find it here. This is the heart of Adams Morgan we're coming into. Nice sweater. It's early evening. So not that much drama yet. I'm sure it'll be lively as the evening wears on. Classic tobacco. It's open. I don't smoke, so it's not of interest, really. Passing by Grand Central. It's beautiful view. About 13. The diner. Saba Pizza and Grill. Fist. I met Mike Olmert down there at the bar some time ago. Anybody off of here? Adams Morgan restaurant bar, the heart and souls of Adams Morgan. Missing head on that skeleton. Bossa.
Hi. Sorry.
Lost City Books. My Kind of Poison. Keep on rolling. Good. Keep on rolling. Line up. Legacy TVs. Bakery. And those is getting acting up a bit. Well, the Starbucks crossways all papered up now. You don't know what it's going to become. C-51 bus to Anacostia. Crossway. Carey Business School at Hopkins is now advertising. It's in D.C. You need MBA, Masters of Business Administration. Oh, folks hanging in the window at this little place. We keep on walking. I'd like to remind everyone that every cent we spend is about the kind of world we are co-creating. And all this activity you see out here in 2025, November 2nd, is helping to influence everything that's going to be happening subsequently. Whether we're in the game or not. It's all a game of Beat the Reaper. It's a temp job. We do what we can with what we have. Left foot in front of right foot. And we keep it rolling. Hotel entrance and valet on Lane Street. Lady packing up a car there. A lot of it. Looks like various little sales things were happening out here. That looks like my friend Ty's van. It's pretty badly beaten up. It's in the right spot. So we're going to wrap up here respectfully. And on it goes. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being a part of it. Catherine Wallenstein, thanks for joining. And we end.